Be Learner Tien to serve from the far side. We're ready for play here at Key Arena. You know, you mentioned that craftiness of lefties, Jamie. Earlier in his career, watching him at a lot at the challenger level, didn't use that lefty serve all that often, and now has brought it into the game over the last year. It's a nice example of when to move forward, Jamie, and just able to pick off one volley.
Yeah, got up the court quick. Saw his opportunity.
Oh.
Going back to the point she made about the serve, I mean, with the advantage that the lefties have, obviously, over the majority of their opponents, is that even like that second serve there, he got that ball nice and wide. Borges hit a pretty decent return, but he's not able to fully get his full weight behind that shot. And of course, the ball's coming back cross court into Tien's forehand, which he can then look to use.
Speaking of lefty slider, can do it up the tee as well for ace number 1.
40-13.
And if that ball is coming back through the middle of the court, he's got the opportunity to, or the options at least, to use a forehand angle. Maybe it's inside out forehand.
Game 10.
So the return misses just a little bit long for Nuno Borges, and Tien does get the opening hold to get us off and running, talking a lot about that partnership with Michael Chang. They did a round table before the tournament just to kind of walk us through that partnership. Said, yeah, as you see Michael there, also his kids are here. Cortland, the other coach for Learner Tien, but Michael Chang's kids are here. We're actually involved in the warm-up today, helping gather balls, stuff like that. But yeah, Learner lives about 20 minutes away from Mr. Chang, and they've been a really good team together. On the other side, Hugo Anao and Rui Machado, the coaches for Nuno Borges. Nuno, you mentioned it, college tennis product. NCAA finalist, as you see now, and Machado there. Do you know who he lost to in the final?
I have been told that in the past, but I'm not going to remember that.
He's a Brit.
Paul Jubb.
That's correct. Borges, love 1. Saw that picture as well of Michael Chang's children who are here, big supporters of Learners. Yeah, that body return has been so effective here on these faster courts. Melbourne Park through the last couple of days.
Oh. 30-15.
Yeah, I imagine Nuno will look to use that play as well. That wide serve, take Tien out the court, obviously less reach, dive into his backhand, open up the court to attack the forehand wing.
Feels very old school, this matchup. Right, we're so used to the game having evolved with a lot of pace and power. This one, there's diversity, there's craft, there's creativity, and just angles explored.
Yeah, these guys will use all parts of the court for sure. Tien, a bit more spin. Maybe slightly more.
Borges up to the task.
40-30.
Yeah, Nuno has some firepower, that's for sure. And again, he can be quite destructive once he's inside the court. He's not a guy to hit ball after ball after ball. If he get the chance to move forward, he's going to do it.
I was listening to a podcast this morning, the Changeover podcast. Justin Roberts and Jody McGinley, they did an interview with Nuno Borges, who kind of talked about his playing style. And he said he just doesn't want to stick in patterns. He just wants to kind of change directions and be unpredictable. And just not allow a player to kind of settle in.
Advantage, Borges.
Was, yeah, I mean, if you don't quite know what you're doing, your opponent's not going to know either.
It's this 2-1 game. I'll highly recommend the Changeover podcast, especially for some of these players ranked outside of the top 30. Really get the opportunity to meet and know some of those guys.
And everybody's got their own story, you know. Everyone's got an interesting journey that they've been on to get to this level of tennis.
Sim. Eu acho que atravessa bocadinho.
They've had the same level of sacrifice, commitment, hard work as the guys ranked higher than them.
Oh.
It's an amazing second serve.
Yep.
30-love.
Serve is still a work in progress. Talked a lot about the idea of the physicality continuing to get better, but that will also improve the serve as well.
Yeah, for him, I mean, he, of course, could do with more pop on the serve, but he's lefty, and if he can use his lefty spins well and he's accurate with that, like, he can more than make up for that.
First for him, along with an ace as well. Yeah, and sometimes it's about hitting those spots with the spin, right? It's not going to be, he's never going to get to that place where he's hitting 200 plus consistently, 210.
Yeah, but if he has a tight dispersion, the ball's close to the lines, like it doesn't matter if it's 186 or 205. And very aggressive on the second serve so far, Tien.
So a couple of testy holds for Learner Tien early. He leads 2-1, wrong serve, Key Arena.
Time.
Well, just a gorgeous day, those weather conditions. And for those of you back in the States, it's going to be about 70 degrees here today. It's going to be, goodness, I think about a 20 degrees Celsius, 40-degree difference when it comes to tomorrow. The players who played yesterday going to have to go from extreme cold to extreme heat. That's going to be a real challenge. A little bit more temperate on Sunday for the players who advance here today.
Yeah, these guys are loving it because they're going to play Sunday and then potentially Tuesday.
It's amazing, you know, we talk about luck factoring in from time to time, but sometimes you get weather luck factoring in as well, depending on your
challenge, that's the big challenge of playing in Melbourne is that, you know, one day you could be playing at 35, 40 degrees, and then 2 days later you're playing and it's 18.
Right.
It's a completely different tournament. You know, ball's reacting completely different off the racket, off the surface. Could have totally different racket tensions.
Took off some angle. Finds the return winner.
15.
There's Learner Tien for 30-15.
Such a nice action. He's going to be doing that when he's 60 years old.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's so easy on the body.
Yeah, it just feels like both of these guys are extremely efficient,
2 games off.
which they both kind of need to. Again, not necessarily that top-end pace, so they really have to have that work rate maximized.
I can see they're, you know, using his body well. There's not a whole lot going on with the arms and racket work. Short, compact swing, gets his body into it.
Oh.
Love 15.
I think if I'm Nuno here, stepping out into the tram line a bit more.
Yeah, he did. Got a forehand, though, jammed into the body.
15 all.
Yeah, I mean, I would have moved more personally out wide. I mean, I think for a lefty, it's such a tough serve to be hitting second serve down the tee on the ad court, and naturally you want to slide the ball. He's already hit 2 or 3 really good second serves out there.
30-15.
Also helps them to create a bit more space if he does then serve into the body. Picking
up a couple of free points is Learner. And Again, I think that's in terms of the technical side been the biggest work in progress for him with Michael Chang. Also working quite a bit during their warm-ups today on droppers. So wouldn't be surprised to see that factor in at some point here today. So just cruising along, not a ton of drama as of yet. It's 3-2, we're midway through this first set. Jamie is a lefty yourself. I saw this on social media in the last couple of days. Somebody just said, are there any tennis players who are not crafty as a lefty? It's just automatic. It's almost like it's automatic, that adjective, crafty lefty.
Yeah, maybe it's that side of the brain that's a bit more creative. I don't know, I wouldn't describe Shelton as crafty.
I suppose.
Wouldn't be the first thing that I would think of with him. I mean, he's obviously an incredible athlete, a lot of power, very explosive player. I mean, completely different player to Learner Tien, for example.
Yep. Even Isavic definitely had some pop to him.
Yeah, he had some pop. On the serve, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, we just haven't had that many like lefties at the top of the game for a while. But obviously Rafa is like was the main guy for a long time, but I don't even know how many in the top 100 these days.
You know, Verdasco, maybe not a crafty lefty. There's a little bit more pop as well.
Yeah, I mean, he had an explosive hand on him, that's for sure. Felt the wrath of that a few times on the doubles court.
Nuno Borges looking up at the sun placement right now, serving 2-3.
Let her serve.
Mute is crafty.
Mute is crafty.
Hugo Gaston is crafty.
There from Tien that doesn't find any joy.
15 love. Tien.
See him with a little bit of a smile on his face. He talked in an interview recently about how he's exceeded, Nuno, every single expectation that he's had for his career, now able to play with more joy, which in theory allows him to play with some freedom as well, because now there are just new goals that he can set, and that's a really good space to be in.
Yeah, it's always nice to be able to play with some freedom, yeah. But I mean, he's going to have a very, very solid career for, I'm sure, the next 5-6 years or however long he decides to play for. His level is that high, and he's good across all surfaces.
And it also just kind of brings in that discussion of what is success. I think we as media and fans all kind of focus on that top 10, top 20. But he's having a fantastic career.
Yeah, not everyone can be top 10.
Yeah.
Top 5, top 20.
made 4.3 million, and yes, there are expenses that come along with that, but he's setting up his family for generations. I mean, I don't know how else you can define success if you're able to take care of your grandkids with what you've done out on a tennis court. Quite get enough action on that approach, and Borges makes him pay the price. And a threat here at 15-30.
Yeah, kind of found himself in this slightly awkward position that where he played the shot from. He was kind of had to commit to coming forward after that. Didn't quite do enough with the approach of that low ball. Borges was able to recover.
Ball.
Oh my. So here are the first break chances. The defensive work here from Borges forcing the issue. 15-40. Again, Nuno Borges up to the task. And he draws first blood. It's 4-3.
New balls. Borges leads by 4 games to 3.
Come a little bit out of nowhere, that break, didn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody's had any chances on serve. Good time to break as well, game 7. New balls come in.
Just so calm about it, right? Just business-like. Not gonna
This
get a
is
lot
what I
from
do,
it.
eh?
Yeah, right. This is who I am.
This is how I roll.
He says as well, he likes to be pretty calm off the court. He builds Legos. That's his thing.
Yeah, he's a pretty laid-back guy, Nuno.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot kind of phasing him.
It's a good life he's got.
I think so.
Time.
Girlfriend Anna. Not too bad. Well liked, well respected in the locker room. By Cain, Jamie Murray, another guy decently respected in the locker room. You, not me. New balls are going to be in the pocket of the man from Portugal. Serves at 4-3.
Let first serve. Love.
It's only missed 2 first serves so far this match. Got a great rhythm straight off the bat. Great starting point for a good performance.
Third Tila.
Leans in on that backhand so well.
40 love.
Stays right over the ball. It's all his body weight into it.
So another successful trip forward. And you mentioned that serve percentage component, 91% right now, 20 of 22 for serves. And we also talked about the fact that these two played in Paris last October. In that match, Borges served at just 49%. So obviously a huge difference in that regard. Just able to get more balls in play on his terms to start points.
Well, it's a perfect game after breaking serves, and they just rolled through 4 quick points there. The pressure right back on Tien's shoulders again.
Oh. 15 love. Oh. 30 love.
And it doesn't feel like Lerner's necessarily phased. He certainly was preparing for 4 or 5 sets here today. But yeah, he's having his own troubles on that serve percentage. But I think the big one for him is the fact that he's on the negative side, winners to unforced errors, 8 of them here today unforced. Borges is going to have an opportunity to close this down here in just a moment. Well, the cues just showing how popular this event has become over the last couple of years. Set another record yesterday on day 5 with attendance, total of 104,000 people. Previous record 95,000. Continue just to make this a fan-friendly event, not only the tennis fans, but also just a more casual fan as well. It's an event. You have to be here.
It is a serious event, yeah. A lot going on besides just the tennis.
Oh. 15 love.
Time able to finish around the net. And just that work rate increasing right now from Learner Tien to 15-all.
15-all.
Yeah, great backhand on stage in the rally there. A lot of right hand on the ball to create that angle to pull Borges off the court.
It is the longest of the day at this stage. 18 shots. I think we'll get into 20 plus a couple of times here today.
Not worried about that.
30-15.
Nice after losing a long point to just pop one down the tee.
5th of the day for him.
Keep that momentum going. Stay ahead in the game.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Explosive, disruptive forehand out of Learner Tien, and his first real threat at 30-all.
It's great ball striking. You can see the acceleration there for that backhand. And then on the forehand, putting back behind.
It's a rare moment of a misstep while moving forward due to the speed of Learner Tien, who does grab a break chance, his first of the day.
Yeah, I mean, he hit a good shot. No, he's just a bit far back in the court to start his move forward and got caught in no man's land a bit.
Feels like Learner's dropped his return position back a little bit farther in the court, and that does allow Borges to have that room to move forward.
Yeah, I guess he's trying to do a better job of, or doing what he can to get more in the points. Obviously at this stage he's got to break serve if he wants to stay alive in this set, so he's doing whatever he can to get himself into the point.
Lockdown mode from Learner Tien. Second look upcoming.
Advantage, Tien.
There's a little bit of cat and mouse there. No one wanted to give anything up. Tien just able to work him around the court enough to get him off balance, make him feel like he had to go for something special, and drew an error.
And the break back for the American up against the wall.
5 games on.
5-all. Ball had so much movement, that forehand right into the body of Borges just got really tight on him to draw that error. It feels like we're going to have a lot today of forced errors, Jamie. That might be a stat we keep one eye on, which is a weird one, but that's kind of how these two play.
I mean, he competed so well that game.
Yep.
Tien made the adjustments, I guess, on the return to get into play. Made a lot of balls, made himself hard to beat, got his reward. He's back in the set.
Love 15.
It's here with Michael Chang. As you can see, both of these guys taking advantage of their singular opportunities here. Both of those break chances, of course, in the last game for Learner, or just the one himself.
Working a treat.
And some interaction for Nuno as well with his team.
In the 30.
just well struck. The perfect combination out of Tien. It's one thing for Borges when he's moving forward on his terms, but different when Tien brings him in on the dropper.
That's good skills, wasn't it? He stayed composed there. Would have been easy to panic. Wasn't an easy shot there. Knew he had to make it. He was going to be potentially facing 2 break points again.
A very rare
40,
error out of Nuno Borges from that position.
That's a big opportunity there for him. He's going to be frustrated with that.
Oh.
To just give it away there. Third double fault here for Tien. Again, come up with something, and I think Tien expecting that ball cross instead of the line. It's a break chance here for Borges, second of the day.
Shift over a little bit. Better to dive to the middle than have to dive out the court.
Precision stuff on the forehand line.
That was an amazing shot. Great skills. Great feel.
A little bit in front. Okay, here we go.
A little bit in front, says Michael Chang. I think on the serve.
Yeah, I hope he wasn't talking about the forehand, because that was perfect. That was. Fastest serve of the match there as well.
Tough hold there. First time that one of these two players have been able to dig out of a breakpoint deficit.
By 6 games to 5.
Tien noses out in front, 6-5. Coming from the States as well, Jamie, it's been very cool seeing Learner and Michael Chang come together, and during that roundtable before the tournament got underway, they both talked about the idea of representation, Asian Americans, and what that means to other Asian Americans back in the States, and just to be able to see someone who looks like them be out here on the biggest stages.
A lot of inspiration to the younger players out there as well. If he can do it, why can't I?
Exactly. Great day for the kids to be out here. Still on the school holidays.
Time.
Garota boys going to be out as well, though Yannick playing till tomorrow. Today is a Carlitos day. He takes on Mute.
I went to watch him practice just before this match. He was in the practice court just behind the Key Arena, firing down a few serves, a few drop shots.
Sounds about right. We're just trying to force the breaker. Every inch explored there.
15 love.
Again, that's the benefit of good wide serve. I mean, Tien hit a great return, didn't he, from where he was, but he's way out of the court. Borges had a huge court to hit into.
Let first serve.
Definitely got the ability to wade into that forehand. Flatten it out, get it shooting through the court.
T15.
Multiple times where Borges looked like he was willing and able to come forward, but just able to stay and patrol himself about a meter inside the baseline there.
Yeah, he's controlling the point well. He's comfortable doing that. Much rather play on his own terms.
Game.
The ace to shut down.
And the quality of his serving is going to give him the chance to do that time and time again.
Yeah, it's dropped off a little bit, but it's still at 83%. Tiebreak to decide this first set. Second straight set for these two that's gone to a tiebreak. Paris last year, and now this one here.
Oh.
One, 0, Tien.
Feet didn't go along with the arms there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a slower serve, wasn't it?
Yep.
Didn't quite get through the court. Just didn't quite get to him. Swung a bit early at it.
Blade just trying to get the balls from the other side of the court over to Nuno Borges here. And a quiet day for her so far. Definitely had some drama with our chair umpires last night, including that Osaka Kirstea kerfuffle. First blink is due to Borges.
2-0, Tien.
Again with a quick mini break.
Oh.
And gives away two. Goodness me.
3-0, Tien.
One of the worst feelings, right? You play a pretty high level first set only to give it away potentially in just a couple of points like that.
Yeah, there's a couple of cheap mistakes there. Put himself under the pump now. His ball just got a little bit close to him.
Speaking of cheap points,
3-1,
another
Tien.
double for Tien. That's 4 now.
It's a scrappy tiebreak so far, isn't it?
I mean, both of these guys know how important this first set is to set that tone. Good gravy. I mean, a chance to run away with that tiebreak.
3-2.
He gives
Tien.
away a couple. So back on serve now.
I wonder how much he was affected by Borges' misses. Just in the sense of that you could feel him a bit anxious. He sense an opportunity, quite a bit edgy himself.
3-all.
Yeah, and so wild because, again, both of these guys always seem to be so calm. Don't have those nerves factor in, and then you see it, they're in 4 consecutive points. Second life now for Nuno Borges.
Yeah, strange. Didn't really expect that from Lerner. Like he obviously he competed so well to get himself back into the set.
Yep.
Obviously understood the moment, made some adjustments at 5-4. Obviously gets himself ahead, double break. Kind of felt like he would maybe he'd knuckle down again. You know, raise his intensity further, get him over the finish line of this first set.
Oh my. I mean, that's his bread and butter.
4-3. Tien.
Yeah, I mean, anything over the net at that stage was, I think Tien was kind of stuffed, really. I don't think he was going to run that down. He was so far out the court, so much ground to recover.
This time, some separation.
5-3. Tien.
That was his fastest serve of the match at 197. Big time to come up with it.
Borges, the mini break back to 5-4.
He had his chance there, Lerner.
5-4.
Where
Tien.
he had the forehand to play inside in. So it came off, it played back. Cross court. Borges was able to counter, get himself back into the rally, turn it around.
Shot rally. Perfect touch out of Nuno Borges.
It's 2 great points, isn't it, from Borges there?
6-5.
First lead he's had here in this tiebreak comes along with a set point.
He maybe hadn't quite done enough with the approach that Tien maybe had an opportunity to come up with something, but great volley.
in no man's land himself there, but able to come up with the goods. We make another turn, 6-all.
Didn't blink, did he?
No.
Impressive.
Nuno will be thrilled to be on this side of the court. He doesn't have to deal with the sun on this side. It does get to be a bit rough at times from noon till about 3, just past noon here local time. Tien's opportunity to grab a set point.
7-6, Tien.
The tennis IQ for both of these guys, Jamie, is just so incredibly high. In terms of what shot to play when.
But it's so short in the box.
7-all.
Amazing angle he got. But that's what I mean. The fact that they both match up so well against each other is why we're seeing a great match and why we also might be here in 4 hours' time.
Just a bit back, and set point number 2 now for Borges.
8-7, Borges.
Gutsy decision to take that out of the air with that type of height. Handles it well, 8-all.
8-all.
Yeah, it's good focus there, good composure. Another great wide serve on the ad court. And Borges full stretch to dive to make that. Would have been easy for Tien to let that ball drop as well. Brave play.
Skills once again, counterpunching on full display for Tien. And now his second set point.
Tien.
Again, he's been ready to run, ready to make balls. Put balls on the island. Make himself tough to beat.
Certainly not going to be thrilled with that, as that was right on the racket, exactly where he was expecting it, not able to come up with the goods.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that. I mean, Borges also, I'm going to say almost like his, I'm doing it in inverted commas, almost his worst serve of the match in terms of like accuracy. Tien didn't really have to move to try to play that ball. He needed more height though.
I'm going to have to ask you about this. Inverted commas, is that what you call it?
Inverted commas, yeah.
You don't call it...
Quotation marks.
Yeah. Air quotes?
Air quotes, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like inverted commas.
Air quotes and creamsicles.
9-all. Wow. Those angles.
I mean, how's that inside-out forehand? That was wild. That
9, Tien.
best forehand of the match, and then the presence of mind to play the drop shot.
That's what he was working on in
In the
warm-ups
warm-up,
today.
yeah, for that moment.
Yep.
He said, right, 9-all in the tie-break. That's when I want you to bring it out.
Set point number 3. Learner Tien finally lets out some emotion after an epic first set. 11-9 in a breaker. 1 set towards the round of 16.
That was a high-quality set, that, wasn't it? A lot of tension in the air at the end. And here, Tien's relief. Getting that set point. Borges just potentially just overpressed at times in that tie-break.
Yeah, it's not surprising, you know, again, winners to unforced errors, Jamie, not everything in terms of stats. Both of those players, it's not surprising to see them on the negative side, neither one necessarily explosive through the court. I'm just struck by that second serve win percentage for Nuno Borges, right? He served so incredibly well, just a couple of moments where it allowed Learner to have opportunity.
Yeah, I think, having watched that first set, I think when they're in the rally, I feel like Learner is maybe a bit more patient, longer term than what Nuno is. Nuno's probably got more behind his shot, generally speaking.
Yep. Interesting as well to look at those stats that there were more sprints from Learner Tien, but more distance covered from Nuno Borges. I think that's going to be, you know, a question for these two. It's been a question for Learner early in his career, right? That idea of physicality. Not exactly a small guy necessarily, but smaller compared to others out on tour.
I think those sprint stats and stuff show that probably Learner's working the point more, whereas Nuno's probably got the ability to hit through the court a bit more power behind his shot that can make him do those kind of fast sprints. Whereas Nuno's probably doing more general running side to side when Learner's in control of the point, which makes sense from their sort of game styles and their strengths and how they look to build their points, or at least start their points anyway.
Interesting to see Nuno go for a toilet break already here in the match. Again, a pretty cool day.
Yeah, but again, I mean, a lot of that can be, I don't know, maybe he's very hydrated. Can be anxiety, like a lot of tension towards the end of that set. Speed up the metabolism.
And maybe just very simply a mental reset after a tough way to go out.
Also true, yeah.
He's made his way back relatively quickly. Still had about a minute and a half left to go.
I think Learner, from watching the set with his forehand, I think he's more comfortable. I think maybe it's the way he lays the racket back. He's more comfortable hitting that off forehand from the forehand down the line as well, as opposed to that maybe more traditional sort of like lefty whip cross court.
Yeah,
really seen him pull Borges off the court on his backhand side a whole lot, other than obviously with his lefty serve.
Second
I think
set.
he's happier directing his forehand into Borges' forehand corner.
The 11-9 tiebreak match is the longest in the tournament. Borges has been involved in 2 of them. At 11-9.
Ball.
Love 15.
Lost both of those 11-9 tie breaks to Jordan Thompson. And now to Learner Tien. Also, of course, that win over Felix when Felix retired 2-1 down.
Interesting decision there to take that on the bounce smash, because it wasn't particularly high, but dealt with it accordingly.
Over the head of our two ball kids there.
30-15.
We set some really short, wide serves on that juice court.
And that's the response to Learner backing up a little bit on that return position.
It's 2 or 3 times now he's kind of lost control of the forehand. That position, ball maybe just gets a bit higher. Didn't quite control it. Potentially more comfortable with the ball around hip height and between the hip and his shoulders.
Ball.
And you see those massive steps forward here for Tien on top of the baseline now.
Let your energy levels drop after a long first set.
And a dramatic one at that. Bit of an odd swing there for Tien. It is natural to have a little bit of a drop off early in a set.
Yeah, 100%, especially after the intense nature of that tiebreak. They don't want to give up any ground though early in the second set. Tien will be wanting to keep his momentum, get a foothold in the match, even stronger foothold in the match if he can.
And the winner of this one gets the winner of the match that's over on Margaret Court Arena right now. Daniil Medvedev and Fabian Marochan. Medvedev on serve, 3-4. Yeah, the lines, the cues, everybody wants to be out here. Watching this one, a really competitive third round battle. So the seats are at a premium. They'll let more and more people in, of course, after that third game here of the set.
Yeah. Is there double in there? I put 1.5 scoops. No salt. No
that
salt.
is a discussion about
any salt.
how much.
No Gatorlyte in there.
Yeah, how many electrolytes for Learner to be taking.
Don't want to mess that up, Michael.
You do not want to mess that up. Interesting time to have that discussion right before he's about to serve, though. But listen, I mean...
It's the nose picker, that serve.
I like that one. I'm going to have to start using that. I imagine, going back to that electrolytes, when you started your career, I mean, it feels like the science of it now is
I don't think they
so
existed back
advanced.
then. It was just like Powerade, Gatorade.
What was it like in the 50s? Yeah, right on top of the line there. But yeah, I mean, now everything is down to a science of when to take it, how much. And it's good to have someone who's on top of that in your box.
Yeah, they all have different strength drinks. Depending on they'll drink depending on what stage the match is at, which those concentrates will get stronger and stronger as the match goes on.
14-15.
And it shows yesterday, saw Wu Yibing have a full body cramp in a 5th set, despite the conditions being pretty comparable in terms of the lack of heat. So it just kind of goes to show, even if it's not 30 plus,
One game.
you still need to make sure you're taking care of that hydration for a potential 5-setter.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, for Yiming Wu's case, I mean, he's played no tennis either the last like couple of years, so his body will not be used to grafting for 5 sets. It'll be a big shock to the system and all the emotions that come with that as well. I mean, they'll be taking, yeah, there'll be electrolytes, they'll be taking gels, you know, energy bars, because across the course of the match, I mean, their goal is to like maintain their weight as best they can from start to finish. Obviously sweating a lot. How do they best replace that? I mean, was probably the right shot to play, just not the best execution.
I mean, Tien was definitely running towards that deuce corner to cover.
Yeah, he found himself a bit of an awkward position, you know, after that.
It's much better. Not the cleanest forehand cross, but down the line, absolutely perfect for a game point.
30.
That shape quite effective.
Yeah, it really pulled him off the court. Tien is quite a flat backhand, isn't it? He doesn't quite get it right. He's not really got loads of time to recover into the court.
And further to that point, he also doesn't use a backhand slice all that often to buy himself some time. So that is one exploitable area.
Yeah, if you're going to hit flat from there, it's going to have to be deep in the court. Otherwise, your opponent's just going to use that pace into the opposite side.
Advantage.
Pulled off a few of those forehands now in that part of the court.
Yeah, 6 unforced errors from him already here in this second set, and a couple of them have been pretty bad misses. Great chance, Tien. So Learner Tien grabbing control of this second set early. With a break right before ball change, he leads 2-1.
Yeah, it just felt like when he didn't do enough of that first ball off the return, you thought Tien was going to make him pay for it. Eventually wore him down.
Yeah.
Cost him the break.
But I think you're right. A couple of those inside-out forehands, it just feels like the contact point has not been where it's needed to be, where he does like it a little bit lower. Maybe some of those footwork adjustments not quite there after that intensity of the first set. I appreciate the fact that you're doing shadow swings as a righty.
Yeah, even the tiebreak as well. It was like 2 or 3 balls like that. That a couple of the overpress actually didn't hit too bad a shot. Was just a bit didn't quite enough spin or shape on it to bring the ball down. But yeah, last few just been a bit kind of off balance. Not quite made the right number of adjustment steps perhaps to get himself in the perfect position to hit his shot.
Well, this area at Melbourne Park continues to grow. Bigger and better every single year. As you can see, Key Arena on the right side of your screen. The MCG back in the background there as well. A couple of American flags. Certainly Coco Gauff made some noise when she was talking about American fans not traveling quite as much as the Europeans. I fully agree with her. There's a lot of heat for that, but she was dead on. Tien certainly with a break in his pocket and new balls as well. 2-1.
I mean, Europeans don't need too much motivation to come to Melbourne in January. Eh? Coming from deepest, darkest winter.
15 love.
I might have mentioned this before, but my daughter's getting 12 inches of snow tomorrow.
Wow. That's a lot of snow, that.
Very excited.
That was a better forehand there. Let's drag him off the court again. First time really seen him do that.
Huh. 40-15.
Gets away as well. Tien does consolidate.
Tien leads by 3-1.
It's 3-1 here in this second set and starting to find a little bit of a groove. Talking about some of the flags in the audience as well. Seeing the Turkish flag out there is Zeynep Sönmez, the qualifier from Turkey, has made her way into the third round. She's in action here, taking on Putintseva a little bit later. It's been so cool over the years seeing some of the players from maybe non-established tennis countries have some joy.
It's definitely a global sport, isn't it?
Yep.
I mean, everyone's got an opportunity these days. Make a career for himself in tennis.
Oh, this is going away in a hurry for Nuno Borges. Trouble at love 30.
Yeah, he's starting to spray, isn't he? Forehand's gone off the boil. These are important moments for him. Going to get that composure back. Settle himself. That's one way to do it. Definitely someone with 2 breaks down.
He does have one come from behind victory from 2 sets to love down in his career. That against Kieran Jacquet last year at the French. This feels a little bit different. 2 chances here for Tien. Looking for his 3rd break in the last 5 service games of Borges. Borges thought that that forehand had missed. He actually stopped playing for a second, but is given a second life.
They got away with one there.
40.
I mean, Tien had a great backhand again. He's so much right hand on the ball. Dragged Borges off the court. Could have stepped in, hit that backhand down the line, chose the drop shot, didn't execute it well. Borges was able to recover.
So Tien grabs his second straight break, 4 games on the trot, and 4-1 here in the second.
Tien leads by 4 games to 1.
Jamie, can you expound a little bit? You know, we've been talking a little bit about the inside-out forehand going away before Borges. The inside-in seems to be fine. What would be the difference between those two and why the one side, the inside-outer, is breaking down?
I mean, some guys, natural swing path, they're more comfortable either hitting like around the outside of the ball. Some guys more happier to hit on the inside of the ball, sort of almost like coming across it a bit. Feels like Nuno's mistakes have kind of, or his more like obvious mistakes where you're like, you know, that's a proper miss, have come from that when he's been going in for that inside out forehand. But again, that might also be to do with the fact that he's less comfortable hitting the ball when it's, you know, getting up to sort of shoulder height, head height.
Time.
Is everyone's got their sort of comfort zone that they like to play in. There's definitely too many errors coming off his racket in the last sort of 15-20 minutes or so.
Yeah, again,
and Tien is so solid.
So
like,
solid.
So solid, yeah.
Yeah, 2 winners to 12 unforced for Borges in this second set is pretty woeful.
I think the thing that makes, well, one of the things that makes Tien so good is that it's good acceleration there. I think like he's happy to soak up pressure if he wants to kind of sit back a little bit, run, trust his legs, but he's also got the ability to kind of take balls early if he wants, can feel the opportunity to counter attack. He can definitely inject pace into his backhand when he wants to. Like there, he can, you know, he stayed on the baseline, slid into the shot. Ball's coming back quick to Borges, but you know, next point he could happily just stay another 3-4 feet back and give a bit more shape to his shot. And
oh gosh, he doesn't need the luck right now, but he's going to get it anyways.
yeah, imagine he's a very awkward player for players to play against and kind of figure out how best to play against him. It was good. I mean, a bit lucky, but still, it was good feel.
Yeah, to that point, Daniil Medvedev was asked in press just about that rivalry that he and Lerner developed through 2025, and he said, we both cannot hit a winner, so we have to fight for every point, and they just both have to work hard for it, but just have that ability to kind of see different things and do things in different ways that are so disruptive and so different than everyone else. See if Borges can sum up a little bit of pride here. and also build towards the third set.
15 love.
So that he'll be serving first in that third.
Third Tila. Four Tila.
Where he gets him is that obviously as a righty, most players will tend to position themselves to the left of the center stick, and he's more than happy, like there, he missed it, but he's more than happy to pull his forehand from the middle of the court into that corner. Automatically, guys have got to start running,
Game Borges.
catch them off guard.
Tien leads by 5 games to 2.
Learner Tien will have the opportunity to close down this set here in a moment. It's 5-2.
Bastava este ser segundo jogo e ele é que se vê. Ridículo.
Time.
Well, the energy outside continues to be electric here at Kia Arena. Energy inside a little bit different in this second set. Maybe the foot came off the gas for Nuno Borges for just a little bit. And Learner Tien has stepped into the void. And now rewarded with the opportunity to close this second set down. 5-2.
Love 15.
It's incredibly low for that backhand combination, my word.
15 on.
With some anger.
15-13.
Also looked over at his team right after hitting that as well, but the contact point better.
Yeah, everything was better there. It was very still over the ball.
Tien pulled off. He thought that ball had missed long.
Yeah, it looked out from where we're sitting
Yeah.
as well, yeah. Well, look, there you go. 96% out, maybe?
4% in. You only need the one.
That's it.
2 chances here for Nuno Borges.
Ball.
love seeing that from Learner, right? He's aware of the fact that if he gives away a break here, it really can change things into a third set. Just buckles down.
Well, it was good defense there, wasn't it? Managed to get the ball right back onto the baseline, and then what he did next ball, he shuffled up the court very quick to take the backhand on the rise, turn the point around in his favor where he's in a position to start attacking. Very impressive how he reads the game, reads the play. Seems like he's a very good match player.
Just pushed wide. Good return with some pace there. So third look for Borges. Away with an ace. First of the set, third of the day for Learner.
Nice time to come out with it.
Let first serve.
Incredible angle explored there with some great shape as well. Fourth look now for Borges. So listen, that does stunt the momentum, right?
Tien leads.
Still a ways to go here for Borges, but some positivity coming with the break to 5-3.
Yeah, it gives Nuno a bit of life, doesn't it? Feels like he's still in the set.
Like if it was last round. Yeah.
Again, need to play the drop shot, I don't think.
Love 15.
Just totally decelerated on
Yeah.
that. I think for Nuno, the question will be how much can he, or how often, or can he find ways to get Tien off that court on his backhand side? Because I think he's obviously fast,
40-15.
whatever, but he doesn't play with any shape once he's out there. And I know Nuno missed that backhand in the middle of the court a few points ago, but like he's perfectly set up there to go ahead and win that point. Put Tien under a lot of pressure to come out with a difficult passing shot, for example.
Yeah, so Borges has put something together here and has forced the issue. It's 5-4 here in the second.
By 5 games to 4. Time.
Well, unable to shut things down in his last for Learner Tien. For a little bit cleaner here in this one, serving for the set for a second time. 5-4. It doesn't feel like Nuno is kind of appreciating the moment that's in front of him or has been gifted to him here. Shoulders are slumped. It's not
shoulders
ideal.
are slumped. Yeah, he's getting a bit, he's been given a second bite of the cherry here.
That's much better. That'll perk those shoulders up.
Should do, yeah. It's great acceleration through the ball there. That's what he's capable of.
Just keeps firing on that backhand and eventually breaks down Borges for 30-15.
Yeah, I can see why he says his backhand's his favorite shot. He gets great angle on the ball. It's great use of his right hand.
So this time a little bit better, and does grab these two
40-15.
set points. Combination again, and it really was set up with that shape out to the deuce corner, Jamie.
Yeah, he's got to keep finding ways to be able to play that shot, to drag Tien off the court.
Just too good. A little blip towards the finish, but no problem finishing there. Tien with a 2 sets to love lead here at Kia Arena.
That was amazing ball striking there. Wow.
Yeah, it's so important for him to shut that down, right?
Of course,
again,
yeah.
Just that little bit of head of steam for Nuno Borges, grabbing that break, and yeah, just for Tien to just say, listen, I got to finish it here. And stepping inside the court, playing that last point, every single swing inside the baseline, a big moment.
Yeah, amazing timing. You can feel like his tempo was getting like higher and higher as the rally went on. That's great ball striking. Wow.
And obviously the winners to unforced error count there really showing us something. A lot of those errors early in that set allowing Tien to race out to that 2-break 4-1 lead. And interesting, again, just a couple more sprints from Tien, but again, more distance covered from Nuno Borges. And this feels like the time where he would have liked to left the court and kind of have that mental reset. He doesn't have that available to him, having taken it after the first. So we look at some of the highlights here in set number 2. A lot of precision stuff from Learner Tien in that set. Yeah, really exploring that inside-out forehand from deep in the deuce corner as well. His favorite shot. And I guess I just find myself thinking, you know, it's not impossible. As we mentioned, Nuno Borges does have one comeback from 2 sets to luck down, but how does he continue to exploit this? He's served impeccably, 81% at this stage. What does he have to do to find a way through here in the next couple of hours?
We've definitely got to keep serving like that. He obviously got less cheap points in that set than he had in the first set, but second set points one's got to get up. I mean, only 36% for the match. Like that's going to cause problems. Tien's at over 50% for that. It's a big discrepancy, if that's the right word.
Yes.
Between the two players, but I think it probably goes to show that Tien's maybe just a bit better all round from the baseline, a bit more solid, more crafty perhaps, able to get Nuno in parts of the court he doesn't want to be in.
Borges to serve.
The mentality is going to be really important here for Nuno Borges. These first couple of games, you have to really click in, make that decision that you're willing to go another 2.5 hours.
And I mean, Tien looks like he's fit as a fiddle as
right.
well.
Love 15.
He got away with one there. That wasn't a particularly well executed drop shot. It doesn't really look that comfortable hitting the shot either. But it's obviously something that they were working on leading into this match. Whether that's a specific tactic for against Nuno or it's something that he wants to develop in his game.
Oh.
In fact, practices it right there as well.
$30-15.
I mean, it's just one of those points, Jamie, again, where Nuno looked like he wanted to inject some pace, goes after a bigger forehand, and Tien right there just meeting him and taking time away.
He's so good at absorbing power, whether that's from, you know, on the baseline or behind the baseline, and, you know, redirecting the ball as well. So you're like constantly on the move playing against him.
This is the disaster scenario for the man from Portugal. Break chance for Tien early. stays tough.
Yeah, I mean, Nuno had to hit, what, 10 like very high quality shots there just to find a way through. It's not easy to repeat that.
In fact, exactly.
Time and time again for another 3 sets. Tien's threshold is so high.
Oh, he's got the return winner. Been waiting for a serve and volley from Borges with that return position, but he gets burned.
It's an incredible shot. I mean, through
Advantage chair.
the net post, the umpire's chair.
He's got the highlight reel. He's got rock solid. What can't Learner Tien do?
He's got it all, Mike. He's got it all. It's a very impressive performance so far.
He has that ability. I talked to you about it before we came on. I got to call a lot of his matches in the midst of a 28 match winning streak in the summer of 2024, both at the Futures and the Challenger level. And just the mental ability is something that we can't measure. There's no numbers that we can put on that. But what he's able to do to dissect you, to mentally defeat you, it's just been so remarkable to watch. And it's such a young guy, the youngest player in this third round on the men's side.
Yeah, he's a bit of a surgeon in a way of, like, he's just carving you up, you know. He's not necessarily doing something that's like blindingly obvious, like, oh wow, he's got an incredible serve, or he's got a huge forehand, or he's coming to the net all the time. Like, it's not so obvious on the eye, but when you sit here and you watch him for 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it's going to be, like, it's seriously impressive. His skill level, his IQ. He's a very unique player right now on the tour, and he's going to cause a lot of guys a lot of problems. I definitely want to see him play an Alcaraz or a Sinner at some stage this season on a hard court.
30-15.
Yeah, did get one opportunity against Sinner late last year. Lost that in the final in Beijing. Four top 5 matches for him at this stage. Wins over Medvedev here, Zverev in Acapulco last year, losses to Zverev at Roland Garros, and then, as I mentioned, that final against Jannik Sinner in Beijing, first week of October.
The challenge for him against Sinner, which, I mean, everyone's challenge is how can you keep up with the tempo that Sinner's bringing.
But that's a great stat to show it, right? I mean, outpacing Borges in all those pressure points, and a lot of those have been on Borges' serve, right? So you'd think he has that advantage in that regard.
Tien leads by 2 games to love.
Well, this is why he's up 2 sets in a break, isn't it?
Yep. There is the potential for a matchup with Carlos Alcaraz. It would be in the semifinals. I should also point out, we mentioned that it is the potential for continuation of the Tien Medvedev rivalry that started here last year, but Fabian Marozsan trying to throw a wrench into that. He's got a set and a break lead over on Margaret Arena, 7-6, 2-1. That is a big tournament player, Fabian Marozsan. Always seems to bring his best at the Masters and at the Slams.
Yeah, he's an awkward guy to play against as well. Like, he's a big guy, he's got some firepower, and he loves a drop shot. So when he's on, he can, again, cause problems to a lot of players. And if you've got a good drop shot, it's not what Medvedev wants to see when you're, you know, 15 feet behind the baseline, and guy's got a big serve that can pin you back and then throw in the drop shot. You're gonna be doing a lot of sprints, that's for sure. Sprints forward. Medvedev's game is so based around running side to side, you know, but it's a different challenge of running forward all the time and having to deal with that. The hand skills to deal with the drop shots, little soft field shots.
Might be the quickest hold of the day. 56 seconds. I think Tien had one quicker. It's 2-1 early in this third set. I do want to ask you, are there players you find who are more enjoyable for you to watch at this stage of your career?
Yeah, I think I like watching these guys play. I like watching both of them play. I think for a long time there's a lot of players have played very similar game styles, got quite generic. Whether that's because the surfaces became quite generic, that it just kind of lent themselves to guys developing the same skills, maybe less all-rounder players on the tour these days. You know, that's why I mean I love watching Alcaraz, because he can do everything on top of all his charisma and personality and stuff. But you know, I was like watching a guy like Dan Evans, who, you know, is obviously one of the shorter guys on the tour, but was so skillful. Nishikori as well, like, could do all sorts of different things with the ball. For me, that's what's fun, and that's kind of how I was taught to play the game as well.
Love 15.
First come on for a long time, that.
And then back to the shoulders slumped.
Shoulder slumped.
Yeah, it's hard.
Ball.
Injection of pace once again from Lerner.
30-15.
Pretty unassuming young man.
I mean, he's only played 1 year, one full year on the tour, right? So, you know, he's going to continue to improve.
That's great.
You know, so you'd be understanding what it takes to be on the tour full time, what life on the tour is, and managing his year, managing his body, adjusting to the requirements, peaking for certain events, what that takes.
He's also had a very close friend to do it with him, Alex Mickelson. Those two coming up together over the years. Some fun battles on court, some fun battles in Fortnite as well. So a couple bit of sloppy mistakes from Learner Tien here to get us to deuce.
can see with the new balls in play, just
Yeah.
that extra pop, extra swing on the serve as well.
Game, Tien.
Back to back with it, 3-1.
Tien leads 2 games to 1.
4 aces already here in this set for Learner Tien. Back. Oh, he's got that too. A little bit awkward there for a moment. But settles down and finds that forehand. He finds love 15.
Love 15.
Nuno. Come on, my man. You'd have crushed that. Paid the price. Good wheels again from Learner Tien. Again, great width on the backhand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love 13.
Yeah, tough to be a coach in this scenario because you know you've got a pretty decent game plan, but Tien just coming up with so many different answers. Again, that short angle, and you can just see again the disappointment here for Nuno Borges. 3 chances here for Tien to deliver the knockout blow. That should just about do it. Learner Tien, second break, comfortable now.
Tien leads 4 games to 1.
Heard a little bit of frustration there from Nuno Borges. Slammed his racket into his bench. I have to say though, this is of the last 5 slams, 4th appearance in the 3rd round for Nuno Borges. So just continues to put himself into that position. And that kind of keeps him around that top 50 marker.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good skill to have, right? Like, he's winning matches regular. To be consistent winning matches at Grand Slam level. It's a good base for your year, that's for sure.
Well, it's
your ranking and your bank account.
Yeah, the bank account's important. Also, you know, your bank account is pretty solid, and you can use some of that, Jamie Murray, to head to the AO shop. Pick up some incredible souvenirs.
What today, you think?
Listen,
what's on the shopping list?
Today, you might need some short shorts for the heat that's coming in tomorrow. Nice cap as well to prevent the sunburn.
I think I need longer shorts, to be honest. It's to protect that Scottish skin.
But you, of course, can grab it through that QR code. Get some of the great merch that you see on court and off here at this Australian Open. You still haven't purchased anything for the kids yet, have you?
Not yet.
You're a last-minute Christmas shopper too, I bet.
Tennis Australia got me working way too hard.
I noticed you're not answering the question about the Christmas. Okay. Easy finish there for Tien to 30 love.
30 love.
He's been so successful with that wide serve on the ad court.
Yep.
I just think Nuno isn't really giving himself a different look. And just stand
30,
out
15.
further out wide. Show him the tee serve. Probably his least favourite serve of the two.
Do you still even say that 2 breaks down? As you can see, Tien is on a roll right now. 8 of the last 10. 9 of the last 11 now. Because then
40-15.
you see him pop that one tee.
Yeah, I mean, like, fine, you know, like,
Yeah.
hit it, but
Game, Tien.
it's always better to dive to the middle of the court than
Tien leads.
outside the
5
court.
against 2-1.
I always think you're in a much better position after that to recover.
It's a last gasp now for Nuno Borges. That energy just spent and lost after the first set tiebreak. Oh my.
Love 15.
Rocking and rolling now, isn't he?
Fifteen all.
Two hours on the clock. We thought we might be here for 4.5 hours today. Just goes to show how good Learner Tien has been. Too good.
Fifteen 30.
It's very difficult to do what he just did there.
Yep. Respect that,
30 all.
Borges.
But they come on.
Yeah,
It's a bit token at this stage
I
of the match.
know. I respect somebody who wants to see it through to the finish here and show well for themselves.
40 30. Game. Borges.
Nice way to close out that potentially final service
Tien
game.
leads by 5 games to 2.
Sorry if Learner Tien can close it out here in a moment. Again, I respect this. I mean, he's got the ice on the neck, trying to cool things down. He's mentally showing that he's prepared for a full-on comeback from 2 sets and 2 breaks down. Might be foolish, but I respect that.
I just find it a bit odd because, like, he's doing it now.
Yeah,
But where was this, like, 45 minutes ago?
sure.
Time.
Well, precision stuff as always from Learner Tien to this stage, and now serving for the match at 5-2.
Love 15.
Is he going to prove me wrong, Mike?
We'll find out in 2.5 hours, huh?
15 all.
It's a good body serve that. Swung right across his body. Quite know whether that was going to be a forehand or backhand.
$30-15.
Love.
Match points here
15.
for the Tangerine Dream. And it's another dissection by the surgeon. Learner Tien finishing with the dropper. 6-4-2, and for the second straight year, into the round of 16 at the Australian Open.
Excellent performance from the young American.